Alright, Theo. You had a couple calls from Scotland in the last episode.
Wow, we got another Scotsman here, and this is crazy. We're turning into a real international thing. We got somebody out there in East Texas. We got somebody teaching ball in Atlanta. We got beautiful Laura out there planting them petunias, planting those smoke-free petunias. And I didn't even tell you congratulations, Laura. Because, dude, I'll tell you this. I've quit cocaine, man. Trying not to ever smoke. Because most of the day I'll be fine, but it hits about 9:30 p.m. I'm at the comedy club. And that's when it gets tough. And now we got some people calling from other countries. Let's hear more, brother. Thank you for calling.
So it inspired me to just phone you. I was going to ask, I'm about to sort of graduate, as you call it, and I'm not really sure what to do afterwards. And so I thought I'd ask, when you were, in your sort of early 20s or whatever, what did you want to do? Because I'm always sort of jealous of people who have, like, you have your comedy and different people do different things, and it's one thing to actually achieve a dream, but even just to have one seems like it would take a lot of stress, a lot of things, and I don't really have a dream. I don't know what I want to do.
Man, dude, something about when somebody calls from another country and he's like, I don't really have a dream. I'm not taking the piss out of you there. I appreciate you calling, man. I can understand what you're saying. It's tough, and you're young, though. You're a young guy, and so you have a lot of time. And one of the cool things about being young is that you don't have to have that yet. Maybe some of the thing could be that in your head, you got this idea that you have to have that. And if you don't have, I'm going to be a lawyer, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that, that makes you feel like, no direction. But man, I love being a comedian these days, but there were if I could take a year and go maybe to a law school, I think I would love that. I would love to have that, or start a coffee shop somewhere and be a barista and just, meet people all day. Man, I think I would just love that. If I could maybe go, to school for therapy and learn how to, listen to people, I think I would love that. So, I think you got to embrace this time where you don't know. That's awesome, man. You don't know. Anything can happen. Possibility. You still have possibility. And here's how you find out. You got to try. Dude, 7 years ago, or actually probably about maybe 9 years ago now, I moved back to Louisiana and I got a real estate license and I did real estate for like 6 months. And I worked with a buddy of mine whose house I used to live at, my friend Bo. Growing up, I used to live over at his house for a bit. He and his brother had a real estate thing, and I got into that for a bit. And it was fun, But this won out. Comedy won out over time. At the same time, I was bartending. I was, tending bar, basically a Mexican restaurant that also sold liquor. And I broke a fucking margarita machine over there, dude. First day at work. Broke like a $700 margarita machine. Damn. And that's also like, fuck, man, I can't. But I worked there for a lot. I worked for 6 months, and maybe even a year. I stayed there, and it was, it was what it was. It was good. It was joy. I made the most of it, and so you got to try things, man. That's how you'll know. You got to try things, but don't feel bad about yourself because you don't know. Maybe you don't not know. You haven't decided yet. Try and reframe it, man. Because you sound like a nice person. And even by calling in, I can tell you this about yourself. You're a person that cares about yourself because you're putting it out there. You care about yourself. So what does that mean? You're very caring. So if you want a little clue, what kind of jobs could caring people do? Well, people that care make good nurses. And I don't know in America, nursing can be male or female. I don't know what it is in Scotland. or teachers, therapists, people that are caring, you know, shit, you could do lawn care. You could work with Laura in Philadelphia. But you have the ability, you still have anything. And you don't know what that's like, man. There's a lot of us even sitting here doing, I know I got to go to the Comedy Store all week at the comedy clubs. And I'm grateful for it because it's what I like to do, but it's still my work. I'd love to I would love to go back to school sometime and learn like a new trade. I thought the other day I would like to I'd like to go look for gold. They got this man in Arizona or New Mexico who buried $2 million worth of gold out there. And I'd like to go look for that. But I don't have, I don't have that time. I don't have that luxury. So you have the luxury of freedom. And you have the luxury of possibility. So I think you're going to do really great things. Maybe try one. So what if you're wrong? You have time. So what if you take 6 months and take a class and you decide, oh, that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a town planner, or I don't want to be I don't want to run a bar. Good. Now you know 2 things you don't want to do. So now that indecisive world is a little bit, there's less options to choose from. I fucking, in college, I didn't know what was going on. I kept jumping around to different colleges because I wanted to travel. And you asked me what I wanted to do? I wanted to travel. So I ended up at 7 different universities and I traveled. And and it was fun. And, I had like 300 fucking credit hours and no diploma. I took some of the same classes 4 or 5 times because I didn't know that wasn't, you couldn't do it. I didn't fail them. I would just, any class I did good in, I would just take it again at the next school. So then I got to the counselor finally. He's like, well, dude, you got, 60 hours of speech and reasoning level 101. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And he's like, fuck no. So look, man, I think you got a world ahead of you. And, and you get out there and take some chances, man. You got time.